Hey guys, it's Cheyenne from Between Clean Sheets. I'm excited to bring to you the first of many videos I'll be doing for the 2016 MLS season. I'm embarrassed to say it's taken me this long to get a video out, but it has been quite the doozy of a month given that I work in politics and also that my brother and fantasy league mate got married on Sunday. Congratulations to Paul and his wife Rachel. I wanted to run you through a few things ahead of our home opener this Sunday. I have not forgotten about it. In fact, I have a huge tailgate planned with about 60 of my friends who will be coming to Lot 8 and also the game, which I'm pretty excited about. This video is for them to run them through some details that they wouldn't normally care about going into a soccer game, but also for the rest of you guys who have been watching every video that I've put out so far. Join me in my makeshift studio as I walk you through a few details. I think that we have a lot to look forward to this Sunday, and I hope you stick with me as I walk through it. I'm going to start with the off season and mention a few players who are no longer with us. First, Chris Pontius, who is now with Philadelphia, doing seemingly well. I think he scored a goal in their first 2 games. Also, Perry Kitchen, we somehow let slip through the cracks. Contract negotiations went south. He's somehow in Scotland now. And third, Connor Doyle, one of our great impact sub forwards who is now in Colorado. He's not the only Doyle there, but he is the Doyle you'll see riding the bench. New players, we've got Lamar Nagel from Seattle, Patrick Nyarko from Chicago Fire. We have Luciano Acosta, a tiny man, 5'3", I think 23-year-old forward from Boca Juniors who's got some great footwork. He's also pretty feisty and kind of dirty. And then we have Marcelo Sarvis, who actually came from LA Galaxy in 2014 when they won the Cup, then to Colorado Rapids in 2015, where he didn't make too much of an impact, and now to DC United. From what I've seen in the first 2 games, we're struggling. We definitely started the season with our embarrassing CONCACAF aggregated loss to a Mexican team whose name I can never pronounce. Then we had a 4-1 loss to LA Galaxy in California, first game of the season. Weirdly enough, all of the season previews that I have read have mentioned Fabian Espindola as being the true number 10, the only guy we can really count on or be sure of coming into the season. But weirdly enough, he hasn't started games. No injury, no issue with the refs that he had to sit out games for. Ben Olsen has done his best to keep us all guessing. He's had a shift in the lineup, pushing winger Nick DeLeon a little bit more into central mid. That shift in the midfield and all of the players that we now have who can play in midfield has pushed our true forwards a little bit more forward, which I'm pretty grateful for. Moving right along to Colorado Rapids, they had an even busier offseason than we did, if you can imagine it. Of the 30 people on their roster, they got rid of 13. All I know is Colorado was an easy win, in my opinion, when I first saw the schedule. And with all the trades and transfers in and out that they've had, I no longer feel that way. I'll also mention the 2 big players that they've been able to nab are Tim Howard, U.S. men's national team goalkeeper, who currently plays for Everton on the bench. After the season's over for Premier League, he will be coming to Colorado and will likely play for them for more money than he's worth currently, we'll say that. And also Jermaine Jones, who is out with a 6-game suspension, so he will also be riding the bench for the next couple of games. I think Colorado's got a great dynamic that they're building for themselves, and they seem to have a little bit more figured out than we do, I will say that. Rapids players to watch out for include, of course, Kevin Doyle, their tried and true forward, who connects really well with those around him, including second player to watch out for, Marco Papa. He doesn't come on until the 65th or 70th minute, but he looks for the holes and cracks in our defense and has high energy doing so. So definitely watch out for him. Hopefully we won't see anything too beautiful. And third, a guy named Skelton Gashi. It was actually announced today that Gashi is suspended after running onto the field to celebrate Papa's 95th minute goal last week after he had been subbed off. So he will be riding the bench, but you'll want to watch out for him for the rest of the season. I think he's a great playmaker for Colorado Rapids, maybe just not the smartest guy when it comes to celebrating goals. DC players to look out for, I would start with Travis Wara. With our first-string goalkeeper, Bill Hamid, out for 4 to 6 months due to a meniscus tear that required surgery, and our second-string goalkeeper, Andrew Dykstra, needing back surgery that will have him out for 10 to 12 weeks. It is clear that Travis Wara is going to be looking to prove himself for the next little while. Was found a little bit out of position last week, but luckily was saved by our veteran defense. Marcelo Sarvis, again, center mid, bringing some experience to the team. Also, let us not forget, Steve Birnbaum had stitches from a head injury earlier this season. And by earlier this season, I mean literally 2 weeks ago. All this to say, I am super jazzed about Sunday's home opener. I definitely think we can pull out a win if we are focused enough, and I also think having a home field advantage will be great, given the fact that our attendance is highest for the first season, or the first game of the season, rather. All my friends and I will be tailgating in Lot 8, the infamous Lot 8. So if you want to come by, say hey, maybe grab a beer or two, you are more than welcome. We will be happy to have you. Please tweet at me, BTWN Clean Sheets, or leave some comments below. Let me know how I'm doing, what your thoughts are, whether or not you think I'm right in my assessments throughout the season. I'm so glad to be sharing this with you, and I look forward to a great 2016 season for DC United. See you guys Sunday.